Good afternoon, Australia. Welcome to another edition of the Southern Study. I'm your host, Sharpy. Proudly presented by AC Media and Home City. Let's tee off the show with last week's result. Here's the results of round 5 Division 1. Saturday the 8th of May at 2 o'clock. 17 out of 110 Mordialloc defeated. Springvale. Springvale 785. It was only a 5-goal game, so they knew they had their good chances, Springvale, but they couldn't get the chocolates at the end. Toronto Mullen defeated Everton 19. It was 12 16 88 to 19 7 120. I don't think the scores right. I think they stuffed it up, those kids at the scoreboard, because they put it 707. I don't think that was right. Next game, 13 987 St Paul's East Bentley defeated Denry 10 9 And the Den guys, I don't know what's going on with them. They're sitting 8th with 2 and 3, and they could be just finished for 2010 just to be it. St Kilda City 26 and 136 defeated Eastbourne Vamp 10-4 64. The last game was a cracker beyond the cemetery in Cheltenham. 2:30. 9-11 65 Cheltenham defeat by Chelsea 10-8 68. That's it for Division 1. Division 2. Well, this is a blowout. 1-2-8 Lindale defeat by Seafeld 34-22 226. Sky 13-7 85 defeat by Oakley 14-11 9, and they've won 5 straight. You gotta be joking. Black Rock 5-6 36 defeat by Mullen-Beater 25-23 173 at McDonald Reserve in Black Rock. Caden defeat Ashwood 184 to 5-10 40. Caulfield 8-5 53 defeat by Hyatt Bulldogs 11-6 8 Division 3. Cerberus 3-4 22 didn't even want to turn up because they got killed by the Southern Dragon 23-11 149. Mount Waver defeated Sandown 156 to 6 12 48. 5 straight for the Whaley. Hampton defeated Dandenong 22-16 148. Defeated Dandenong 8-6 That was round 5 results, and then we'll have a look at Toronto Malvern against Everton Tunners. The game was an exciting match until one moment later when the scoreboard went to 707, and that was absolutely disgraceful, that was. And while we were down there, we spoke to this week's guest star, the one and only Bob from the canteen. This week's guest star is Bob, who runs the canteen at Toronto Malvern Footy Club. Question 1. How long have you been working in the canteen?
I've been helping in the canteen for about 10 years. Today's my second game with the help of my son Brian.
Can you describe what is involved in the canteen during a regular Saturday of footy?
The busiest time is before the thing even opens. You've got to spend days searching around shops, the supermarkets, markets and various discount places to buy the stock at a good price. That's the secret. That way you can change the prices for the stock, and everyone's happy.
What are the most popular items for sale in the canteen?
The most popular item for sale in this canteen would be hot dogs.
I said hot chips.
Well, it starts with hot.
Can you tell us your tips for the SFL season 2010?
My tip for the SFL finals.
Who is it?
I reckon we'll go close this year.
Ooh.
But if we don't go all the way,
Doesn't matter.
St Kilda City would be hard to beat, and Chelsea Heights.
Lastly, who do you follow in the AFL and who will win the flag this year?
I'm afraid I've got to say, I go for Connor.
Right. Bob, you should go for the Cats, mate.
The Cats? Well, I used to own a cat, and I think Collingwood might pinch one this year, but if they don't, it may well be Geelong again.
Thanks very much, Bob. It's been great.
Good.
Enjoy the canteen and your team.
Yeah.
They should come back.
I hope so.
I hope so.
Thanks very much, mate.
Now it's time for rounded rounds. Division 1. Chelsea Heights will win their 6th straight game. Too bad they spawned. No, I don't think you can beat these Chelsea. Dingley and Cheltenham. If Cheltenham is, I reckon I'm going for the Dingoes. The Rosells don't have a chance in that game. Everton Morty Alex Steve. Going the Sydney Swans, the Bloods. Oh, don't do it. Sprintvale versus St Paul's. No, I'm going St Paul's, finally! Sprintvale will be in it for the two. Dotty should win it at 46 points. Toronto Melbourne versus St Kilda City. I'm going for an upset. I'm going for bloody Toronto Melbourne and not of St Kilda City. Division 2 fixture. Ashwood Linda, the match of the round. I'm going for Ashwood by 88 points. Clayton versus Sky will be a cracker. I'm going Sky there. 10 goals. Hyatt Oakley. I'm going Hyatt Bulldogs by a point. Mallenbeaner versus Caulfield. I'm going the Beaners by 7 points. South Yarra Blackrock. You couldn't beat Blackrock. I'm going South Yarra by about 26 points in a home crowd advantage. Division 3. Dandenong versus Mount Waverley, a Dandenong. I'm going Mount Waverley, 10 goals. Doveton Eagles versus Cerbus. Cerbus won't win because they'll be 6-0 and Doveton Eagles look very hard to stop. Sandown versus Moorabbin. I'm going Moorabbin. I got some good players with the Southern Dragons. I reckon the Southern Dragons will beat Hampton. Sharpy's mailbag this week comes from Dimmy Pappas and he writes, "Hey Sharpy, episode 4 was awesome, mate. One of those days the district sprint will win for you, mate. You look forward to episode 5 next. See you around, mate. Dimmy go. Thank you, Dimmy." And here's my email up to Strange Stephen George, Gayston Hotmail. Send me anything you want about footy news, the Brownlow medal, or the wooden spoon if you want. Now it's time for Don't Get Me Started. Just want to tell you about the umpires, how people abuse the umpires at the footy. Well, you shouldn't abuse the umpires. They're doing their job. I hate people swearing at the umpires and going, oh, we can't swear in the camera, but they go off. So stop abusing the umpires at the footy at the SFL too, because that happened last week too, they did that. Support the umpires. Just because they throw it up, let them do their job. Let them do their job. And that's what we're going to have them on the show, so be careful, people. And finally, I've got to mention one thing. The wooden spoon. And I'm sorry to say, Damon Hardwick, I reckon you'll beat Orphan, but you'll still get the wooden spoon for 2010. I'm coming down the punt row with this spoon. I'm going to present it with a $150 check to your footy club that you won the spoon. For Richmond, if they lose this week, it's 7 in a row. Even if you beat Hawthorn this week, you're still going to get that spoon. For you Richmond supporters, here's the spoon, son. Away from Tigerland. We'll win the wooden spoon this year, because we are no good anymore. You'll hear us with a chin, hey, whispering out of, we'll fight and win away from Tigerland. Yellow and black away from Tiger, wooden spoon. Now it's time for the final segment, Sharpy's AFL tips. First game's Freo and the Pies at Subiaco, 8:30. Going to be a cracking game, but I'll have to beat Freo, very informed team. Next game is Melbourne and West Coast. That's going to be an interesting game at the G. I reckon Melbourne will win that and they'll have their 4th win this year. Next game is Port Adelaide and Carlton, Amy Stadium. Port should win that comfortably by 5 goals. Next game is Geelong versus Brisbane Lions at the Gabba, Steve. Cats should win that comfortably by 54 points. And if Brisbane lose 2 in a row, Jesus, the coaching panel will go mad. Adelaide close up against North Melbourne. Adelaide will have their second win, and gee, they're going better on Richmond if they win this week. Let's go. There's mighty Sydney. Bulldogs win that by about 2 points. St Kilda and Essendon. Bombers should win that, so Saints, you could drop into 9th spot this week, you never know. And the final game is, for all you Thai supporters, get out there and support your team. Because I'm pitting Richmond, they'll have their first win and still get the spoon. And that's it for the AFL tips. 7 Stars is brought to you by AC Media and Owns and Tape. Until next week, go to SFL.com and stay sharp.